Hello there, everyone. Ashnflash here. Welcome back to the 18th episode of the Ashncast, which has now become a bi-weekly thing. But anyways, I'm joined, as always, by Just Too Good.
Yeah, we're doing this. Yeah,
Bi-weekly, because I don't know.
bi-weekly.
I think it's working. I don't know. It's hard to if we let it like build up. I think it's better to it'll make
Yeah,
it'll
works.
a little longer, and plus there's not always a movie that we can talk about, but.
We still gotta talk about Toy Story. I just thought about
That's
that one.
right. So maybe we'll have one next week then. We'll break our
Yeah,
bi-weekly
I don't think
thing.
we'll have much to say about Men in Black International,
No,
so we'll be good.
if I watch it, I'm still.
You might not even watch it.
Maybe I will for this, but
Okay.
yeah. But I'll yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll do Toy Story next week. That sounds good. That
Yeah.
sounds good.
Well, you saw Dark Phoenix by yourself, right?
I did, yeah, during the day, which was
Wow.
interesting. So yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I've never seen a movie by myself. I should probably do that.
yeah, it's. I mean, I was literally by myself. No, I'm just kidding. There's a couple people. But let's talk about the Wonder Woman poster that was revealed.
It looks cool. I mean, a lot of people are saying Wonder Woman Ragnarok. Yeah, it's very
with
colorful.
the with the colors and stuff. Yeah.
Looks cool to me.
Yeah.
That was a cool poster. Once, like I like the colors and everything.
I think what was craziest to me was that I didn't realize that I kind of forgot that it was delayed. I kind of forgot that the movie's happening, and then they're just like, it's literally a year away. Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
You know
to
what?
think about.
Even more Birds of Prey. That one's coming out in like February.
Yeah.
That one I don't even know like
But-
what like.
I don't know why they've started for Wonder Woman. Like, even for Birds of Prey, I understand why we haven't gotten anything. Like, it's still in
Well, we got
February.
that trailer thingy, right?
The little
for Birds of
teaser
Prey.
thing, yeah.
Yeah.
But to me, like, I get why we haven't gotten anything for that. That's maybe why I'm confused. Like, we've got Birds of Prey already filmed. I think it's done, and we haven't seen too much about that. But we've got Wonder Woman, and we've gotten like posters and pictures, and I mean, we've got more than I guess for Birds of Prey. But yeah, I don't know. It's just strange. I don't really know
Yeah.
what they're doing, but
Well, they did it because they said they're not going to be at Hall H this year.
are they skipping out again?
Yeah. No, they didn't skip last year. I think like Disney skipped last year. Or...
Oh, was it Disney? Yeah. Well, so if they're not gonna,
Well, Disney's going to be this year. They're going to be this year.
are they? They don't have a D23.
But they also have a D23, yeah, which is apparently where they're going to announce the Marvel slate. So
Interesting. I don't know. Speaking of that Marvel slate, the Loki thing. I know it's not on the list, but
oh yeah, the Loki. Yeah, it was just
I'm
a little logo
interested
and a
about that.
picture.
I don't know how I feel. I'm excited about that show about the what if, like the animated thing. So this excites me because it's going to be an alternate timeline in like live action. Like, it's cool to see it like animated and whatever, but I think it'll be more fun to see like him maybe go through some events of the MCU. So
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
like-
It'll be
yeah,
interesting.
that will be interesting. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm excited about that. I don't like the
We'll see.
logo, but
the logo's whatever, but like, yeah, I don't know. My mom likes Loki, so she'll appreciate it. That's my excitement, but beyond that, yeah, whatever.
yeah, I don't know. And speaking of things that we appreciate video games. And this week's
Oh, yeah.
sponsor is by E3.
Oh yeah, that's our sponsor.
Yeah, so E3, the official first day was today, but they had like they announced a couple things prior,
We're
like
filming this on Sunday, by the way, so like.
oh yeah, Sunday night. Yeah, Sunday.
Yeah, we should give context.
And so yeah, it happened. I'm not an Xbox fan, but I
Same.
thought that they hit it out of the park today. Like,
They had a lot of reveals that were interesting, and
Yeah.
just details for things. I didn't like that you probably don't care about this, but they brought the studio that did Psychonauts. They bought it. I don't know. I hope that doesn't ruin the integrity of the game, but I like Psychonauts as a game. I still haven't finished it yet, but yeah. What are you gonna say though?
like we were talking about it before, the pass, the game pass. Like, that's really exciting. Like, that makes me want to go out and get a PC just so I can get in on that, because that's a great
It's a
way
good
to get
deal.
a
It's a
bunch of
great deal.
games. So
It's I still don't know how they make a profit out of it or anything, but it's like
Right.
it's almost an unbelievable deal.
it's only $1 right now, though. It'll go
Yeah,
back
it's like
up
a
to
special
$14.99, I think. It's just because E3
No, I think
happening,
isn't it
no?
$10 for regular and then $14.99 if you want to get like the premium?
Oh, maybe, yeah. I wasn't really listening to it, and then when they were
Mhm.
when they went through it, I was like, oh shoot, that actually sounds pretty cool.
And then of course we had some Lego reveals.
Unexpected. Well, we knew about
Yeah.
the one, which kind
Yeah.
of I wasn't really paying attention because it's
Yeah, I was
Xbox.
like, wait, what?
So I was just sitting there, and then all I hear is the Star Wars music and the Falcon. I turn so quick, and I'm like, and then the bricks happen. I'm like, oh right, that's today. And then I'm just like, the graphics for these things always look fantastic, and then when the game comes out, it doesn't look as good. There's some
Yeah.
screenshots. I don't know if you saw. It looks fine.
Oh, I didn't see the screenshots.
The Brick fan has it if you want to pull that up right now.
Oh, yeah.
You've got like Boba Fett in like outside of. I don't know. I'm excited to see this all. Like to have all these characters like updated as well, because there's a bunch that like we've never really seen
Mm-hmm.
since like the other games.
Oh,
that
for
we've
sure.
never gotten
Even
in
at the
Lego
end, they
form,
showed
so.
that new droid or whatever.
Yeah, a Dio, the one that I freaked out
Dio.
about for
Yeah.
the other one. There's
Mhm.
like there's the classic Coruscant ship there. Like
Mhm.
I'm more excited about the open world for this because we haven't really had a Star Wars game in
Mhm.
an open. Well, we had it for Force Awakens, but I don't think, from what I've heard, that wasn't handled very well. So I'm really excited about this.
And it's interesting because this is such a better deal than that Force Awakens.
I take it back. Do you see the one with the banthas?
Yeah, that one's cool.
Do you see the line on the horn and everything? You can really see the textures there. Like actual
Yeah.
like Lego
It looks
textures.
a
Like
little
this
bit-
actually
it
looks
looks a
really
little-
good.
Yeah, so it's 2022. They have to make this more.
Oh, is it 2020?
It is 2020, yeah.
Hmm.
Because I mean th're gonna have the Rise of
The
Skywalker.
movie, yeah.
So
I'm excited about this.
yeah.
This looks really cool.
So,
I don't know.
we'll-
I'm
we'll see
hyped
how it
about
turns
this.
out.
Yeah, and then the Forza thing was out of nowhere
That was
as well.
that was another, and that was
and it
another
looked
where
cool.
It looked beautiful. Like,
Yeah.
it was HD and everything, and like, yeah, that looked fun. I played Forza a few times. It's not really for me, but it's just a really cool, relaxing game.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was cool to see that they've teamed up with Speed Champions. You know,
Yeah, I had
unexpected,
no idea.
but cool. Yeah,
But
So.
yeah, that was really cool. I'm surprised that Sony's not there for their own stuff, but like Xbox kind of has the floor.
mm-hmm.
Like
So
I mean Nintendo, I wouldn't even say that they're really on the same level though. You know what I mean? Like Nintendo's
Well,
like they don't have the same sort of games. Like even like Nintendo's not getting the Avengers game that's being announced.
yeah,
But
well,
Xbox
I'll
and
say this.
PlayStation
I'll
are,
say
so.
two things. First off, Nintendo's isn't a press conference. Yeah, it's not a press conference. It's a pre-recorded video. They do this every year now. I like the press conferences more, but whatever. But it's a Nintendo Direct. But let's be honest, when that happens, everybody talk. If it's a good E3 for Nintendo,
That's
it
true.
will trump what Xbox did because there's just more properties for video games, you know? Like, even if you liked this E3, what were the games you really liked from it? Like, name 3 games.
Lego Star Wars.
Exactly. Like,
Listen,
that's
no,
what I'm saying.
but
like,
I
it'll be
don't like
a new
Halo.
Mario, new
I don't
Zelda,
like
new
Halo.
that, yeah. That
But-
was a big headliner for
Yeah.
Xbox, let's be fair.
And the other Gears of War 5,
Gears
like
of
that's
War
another
5,
one that
but
a
that
lot of
was,
people
like-
are excited about.
Yeah, but they've shown, from my understanding, they've shown a lot of that and stuff. So I don't know. I just feel like what I'm trying to say is, again, no diss towards Xbox. Nintendo has more mainstream appeal, I think. I would say. I don't know. Maybe that's not controversial.
I don't necessarily agree with that. I think that maybe towards a younger audience or like to more Nintendo fans, but I think that like at the core video gaming, I think that like Xbox and Sony's like where it's at with like The Last of Us, and you've got like your Gears of War, and you've got your whatever, you know what I mean? Like
I don't know.
like
I feel like
those sort of
Gears of War as
stuff-
a property is less popular than Zelda, Mario.
100%, but not necessarily in. I think that it's on a different level though. Like it's different because it's. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying mainstream appeal. I feel like that Nintendo will have.
For sure, and I think that everyone's gonna benefit from Sony not being there. Well, except for Sony, but everyone's gonna benefit from them not being there.
Well, Nintendo and Xbox are partners basically at this point because they've been doing cross-play on things. They just gave Xbox just let Nintendo do Cuphead, which Xbox owned. Like Microsoft owns the Cuphead property, and they made a port for Switch. And rumor has it that we're gonna get a Smash character representing Microsoft.
Right, and that was
Yeah.
gonna be the rumor Steve, or isn't it Master Chief in a Minecraft skin or something?
Well, people think this is just not even rumors, just thoughts. Steve would be the most prominent, and then maybe he would have an alternate Master Chief outfit. But there's
Right.
Steve. Banjo Kazooie is like the second one because
Okay.
Banjo Kazooie used to be a property that was on Nintendo only, and then it went to Xbox once Microsoft brought the company that made Banjo Kazooie. And then the third most likely would be Master Chief, which I don't know if they'll do that, but hey, that would be cool.
I
So,
think that would be pretty cool. That would get a lot of people, I think, to come over as well. I think that doing something like that would, like, there's crossplay between like on a game,
Yeah.
like Fortnite, like that's crossplay. But like having something that's kind of almost like a crossover, I would say, like having
Yeah.
that come over. I think that's pretty cool.
and Microsoft even has Xbox Live on Switch now, so
Oh,
they're partnering, which is smart because they could both benefit from one another, and Sony's the one who's just being stubborn and not teaming up. So yeah,
yeah. Yeah. I feel like they were the ones that didn't want Fortnite to happen, right? The crossover.
Yeah, well, they were the last
They
one,
were the
yeah.
last ones to like
yeah.
agree to it. So.
Because remember, for the longest time, it was just Xbox and Nintendo.
Mhm.
I think like the Switch and the Xbox One could like link up, and the PC one could link up, but it was PS4 cannot. And I think for E3 they made it, or not for E3. It was like sometime in like July or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see.
We shall see, but I'm pretty excited. And the console,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're promising the same sort of stuff that the PS5 is gonna have. So, I mean, I don't know. I have no interest in the console really, because I prefer the PlayStation, and I also have 4 of them, like all 4. So, or I don't have the PS1 actually, but I'm obviously gonna get the 5th one, regardless of anything, because I do need a next gen if I want to play all these games. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm excited. I'm disappointed they're not there, but again, it's not coming out until 2020, so I think it'll be
Next
interesting
E3.
to see what PlayStation does. If they're gonna have the PS5 come out earlier, or is it gonna be the same time, or?
Well, they have the State of Play, which is like basically Nintendo Directs, but for like Sony now. So that's probably what they're gonna announce, like the PS5, like in fall or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. And but I think it would be smart on them now that they know the competitor's release. They can just one up them and have it come out earlier.
Yeah.
But
It's weird.
I mean,
though, because
Christmas is a
usually
good time to launch though. So.
I think they always come around the same time. Like I think the PS4 and Xbox One came out.
Yeah.
It was holiday 2013.
Mm-hmm.
And then for Xbox 360, no, I think PS3 was actually a year after Xbox 360. Xbox 360 was the first one. But you get the point.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
We'll see. Still a bit out.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, next we've got some MCU news, kind of, sort of. There was rumors this week about a Fantastic Four movie being set in the 60s and blah blah blah. I don't believe any of that, but I do believe that a movie is of course in development, and with of course X-Men coming over, I'm sure that we'll see them soon. But what do you think of all this?
I don't care. Show me the movie. I want it, like the one thing I heard was Peyton Reed's directing, which
Yeah, that worries me.
do not want him to direct, please. That would be terrible. Just like, all these rumors usually turn out fake, so once I hear some solid stuff, I'll be more hyped, but for now, I'm not really.
I don't know. I don't want him to direct. Like I personally like the first Ant-Man, but he didn't have a hand in writing that or anything. He just came in and directed it.
Yeah. Which the direction of that it looks like a TV show. Like to me, that's how I always felt about both of the Ant-Man movies. Say what you want about the writing, but yeah. So I don't know.
I didn't like the writing I didn't like the second one at all. Like it's not very good. But I love Fantastic Four. They're some of my, like, growing up, like, I know I love the movies. I haven't watched them since, but I love them a lot. So
We'll see if they
I'm excited to see them brought into the MCU.
No, the same here. I
and
wonder what they'll do,
Lego, of course, as well.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Which is what I'm
I forgot
actually.
was Doctor Doom.
Yeah, for Fantastic Four. But even with X-Men, because the whole thing was that Like, I don't really get why this happened, but Marvel pulled the X-Men and Fantastic Four out of the comics. Like, they weren't even in the comics for the longest time. Like, you remember last year, I don't know if you saw, like, they were like, the first family's returning home or whatever. Because because of everything that was happening with the negotiations with Fox, they actually brought them back, so. And they didn't have merchandise either. Like, there was no X-Men, no Mutant, or anything like that.
I do remember, actually.
So, except for that one Lego set. So I'm excited to see, maybe in downtime of movies and such, that hopefully we get some comic book sets based off of X-Men and everything.
We haven't gotten comic book sets in a while for, like, these, just, you know.
Besides Spidey.
Oh, you're right. We do get Spidey. You're right. You're actually right.
But I just want one broader one. Like, when was the last time we got an Avengers one? The one with Miss Marvel and...
Yeah, those 2017 wave. Yeah, it's been a while. I feel like we might be getting them next year, but we'll see.
I hope so, yeah. I really hope so. But anyways, from that, we can go into Dark Phoenix, what you all have come here to listen to.
Yes,
Let's talk about
Dark Phoenix. Yes, dude. Okay, first off, this is going to be a short conversation because I don't remember anything about it. So.
Yeah, I feel like I needed to record it the first day, but
yeah. No, but
I have some mental notes, but yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess spoilers right away.
Yeah, I don't feel like not trying to spoil this movie because... Yeah.
Don't worry, they already spoiled it in the trailer. So.
Yeah, they do spoil it in the trailer.
Yeah, I was like, wow. Okay, but yeah, 3, 2, 1. Spoilers are coming right now. Okay, you clicked off. All right. In the trailer, they literally showed Mystique dying. Like, and I was like, okay, it can't be that bad. Like, it can't be that obvious. Like, that was definitely a trick,
a misdirect, right?
Yeah, and nope. It was just that. And you know she's going to die. I'm like, please don't freaking do this. Because she's like, oh, I'm going to quit.
Yeah.
I'm going to quit.
She wanted out.
Yeah, whenever a character wants it out in the movie, they die. It's like the cop. He's like, oh, you know, whenever there's a cop...
I'm about to leave the forest, go retire with my family.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. And then they die. And it's like, okay, great. Yeah, so... And, oh my gosh. First off, Jennifer Lawrence's acting sucked. Yeah. Game of Thrones
everyone's Nicholas Hoult, that scene with him and Charles when he hit the thing off the thing, that was so bad acting, like over the top. You know when he was drinking and he's in he wheels into the kitchen and then he smashes that.
I actually liked that part.
Really?
I was gonna say
I thought it was so overacting, and then
really I thought that was one of the most interesting, genuine parts. I like Nicholas Holt's whole storyline, but then just it goes nowhere.
Does it make sense though? All of a sudden he wants to kill a girl that he's been teaching for the past like the motivations in this were some of the I don't care. She's still a kid. She's still a kid. In his eyes, there's still this whole movie, this whole franchise doesn't make sense. We're in the 90s. No one has aged. We're also 8 years out, from 2000 with Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen.
Well, mutants age differently.
Yeah, very rapidly after over 8 years. But I felt that the character motivations were like out of nowhere. Like Charles was just a complete utter idiot in this movie.
The fame got to his head.
Like everything that someone there was like 3 instances where they were like, Charles, we should do this. He's like, no, I don't think so. Like, no, you're wrong. You were wrong about like. It doesn't.
All right,
make sense
I'll go.
to
Okay,
me.
I actually like the ideas here that like Charles Xavier, he becomes too involved with fame that he stops caring about his passion of teaching these students. I like the idea of Hank, his love for Mystique has made him want to kill Phoenix and everything like that, but I feel like none of it was paid off by the end. And
even though he's a scientist and he knows that she was affected from the thing, and he still understands all this stuff.
I know, I get that, but like it's almost like the whole when Iron Man tries killing Winter Soldier because he killed his like family, like.
But it's not the same because she's a kid. He's an assassin who has killed tons of government officials, blah, blah, blah. He's a wanted criminal.
She's not even a kid. She's like, what, 20?
But either way, he still would have taught her.
Maybe I would have felt differently if, again, like you said,
movie.
a problem, if he actually aged. Because he's like, what, 40 or 50? But he'd
have to be a lot older, yeah, because he was in the first one, so first class.
Yeah, so, but...
You know what I really like, though? Yeah. Without Charles being an utter idiot and not listening to Mystique at the first scene, I really liked that bit. I liked that the president had a phone and everything. Like, I thought that was a lot of fun. I thought that, like, I'm gonna miss that, I think. Like, I liked kind of where they've... That's the other thing that I didn't like, but I liked that...
well, yeah, it was an interesting thing that they reverted back to, like, that they, the president didn't trust the mutants.
That's
and
what I
then
hated.
End,
out of nowhere, all of a sudden, one little incident, and they've... It's been 10 years. They've probably been doing all these good acts. Like, Charles has been on magazines, blah, blah. He's been doing all these good things. And then all of a sudden, there's one bad mutant? You mean to tell me that there hasn't been any other bad mutants over the past 10 years since the last movie?
No, I totally get that. That one I was fine with because I was like, okay, it was, these have always been an allegory for, like, racism and all these things. And, like, one bad apple can ruin a group of people's perception of, like, a group of people.
Sure.
So that's why I understood that. But what I didn't like was that at the end, it just, there's no problem. It just becomes, they're accepted again, Like, they never resolved it. That's the problem with this movie. They open up these problems that, in my opinion, are interesting ideas, but the ending doesn't resolve any of it. They don't go any... The third act is just the same crap of, all this CGI fighting and, like, whoa, the ultimate villain, and then, like, the ultimate villain blows up, and it doesn't go anywhere. You have good ideas, but they don't go anywhere.
Maybe that's why I don't like it, is because maybe I think I was just happy that finally, like, they're finally at peace. Like, you know what I mean? Like, after all these movies, they finally come to accept, like, that, the X-Men are here to help. Like, mutants are, like, a good thing. And then all of a sudden they go back to all that. So I didn't like that. Can I read a quote before we go any further? Because I think this is really funny. I found this and I saved it for the podcast. This is from the director, I believe. I approached this movie as the culmination... Sorry. I approach this movie as the culmination of 20 years of storytelling, of living with the X-Men for all this time and watching this family come together, and this movie is the movie that challenged the family and tears them apart in a new way.
Oh my gosh.
Dark Pheonix writer, director Simon Kinberg told comicbookmovie.com, and so I imagine it is also the culmination. I even pitched it to the studio as this is the culmination of the X-Men stories. Which there will be more X-Men movies in the future, no doubt, but the particular cycle of this cast, it felt like it was time to do kind of what Game of Thrones has done and Endgame has done, really see them challenged in a new way and sort of survive and go into the sunset. Isn't that so beautiful?
Yeah, because Simon Kinberg, I like how he says 20 years. His first X-Men movie was The Last Stand.
I thought he always was producing these. I thought he was always in the background.
No, not even. He wasn't even a producer for it. He wrote The Last Stand. And
he wrote The Last Stand?
Let's get the guy who wrote The Last Stand to do Dark Phoenix again. Yeah, that's a great idea. Like, in Last Stand wasn't... Bryan Singer is a bad person in real life, but, like, Last Stand wasn't even directed by Bryan Singer. And Bryan Singer did Days of Future Past, which was good, and he did the first two X-Men.
He was off doing Superman Returns.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, Last Stand is one of the worst. And then he came back for... I'm looking here. He came back for Days of Future Past, which was good. He wrote it. Okay, he did good there. Then Apocalypse, he came back. That was bad. And Bryan Singer directed that one. And now... with this one, he's back for his directorial debut because I couldn't get Bryan Singer. So this was actually one of the first times I think he directed it. I don't think he ever directed a movie before Dark Phoenix. So this was his first directed movie ever. So there you go. It really shows.
I think, it really makes me laugh that they think that they've come so far, like, to be on the same level as all these beloved things that they're mentioning, like Game of Thrones. I love the culmination of 8 years even. And, like, Marvel, you can't say that it's 20 years. Like, you can't say that because you're not putting out something. I have no attachment when you go 2 years without releasing a movie. I have no attachment actually to any of these characters. I didn't feel anything the entire movie, like, at all. For any of these people.
Well, I like Charles Xavier. I like Magneto. Like, these versions, I like them since First Class. So yeah, but it's like, it just feels so outdated. This feels like a 2006 movie. Like, it just felt like so.
Also, they did an alien plot as well. Like that was
yeah,
like
I know, something like Days of Future Past felt so fresh, you know.
yeah.
And then they end it with like they should have just ended it with Days of Future Past.
Did we
have
talk about
Logan,
this?
bam.
Did we talk
What?
about that originally? They pitched when they wrote Days of Future Past. They were like, "Hey, by the way, like this is how I kind of want it to go. I want to have Apocalypse. I want to have
Oh yeah, you told me
Dark
this off
Phoenix.
camera.
Yeah, and then they wanted to wrap it up with Days of Future Past, and they were like, "No, we really like that. We're gonna do that right now." So it would be like doing Endgame before everything else, and then kind of just throwing them together because the scripts were already written for Apocalypse.
And Apocalypse feel like they were thrown together. I'm not going to remember anything about them, you know. And
I do remember one thing about Apocalypse, and that was the house scene with Quicksilver, which I loved.
Yes,
and then
I
was
was gonna
looking
say-
forward to this movie.
Yes.
And they hurt him
Thank
in the
you.
first minute, and
thank you. Oh my gosh, I was going to say that. Yes, I was like, "Where's the Quicksilver scene?" People were saying, "Oh, you know, it wouldn't." They overdid it, and I was like, you know what? I don't actually mind. I don't think they overdid it. Like it was making sense because you would have like every era, and then you would have like a song from there, and then
they hyped it up. I remember them hyping it up with kind of like that. I'm gonna be honest, it was on the same sort of hype as like not as big, but the same sort of hype as like the soundtrack for Guardians. They're like, what's the Quicksilver song gonna be for Apocalypse? Even though the movie was bad, I remember there being a lot of hype about like, what's it gonna be? And then they did nothing this time around.
That's interesting.
And I just think it's crazy.
I didn't even expect a Quicksilver song in Apocalypse because like the only time they did it before was with the with Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
So when it came up, I'm like, oh, and that felt so fun. That was, you know,
Right.
great song
Yeah,
choice.
and he's
it felt
fun. Not even
That's
just
the thing.
that scene. Like he's fun.
Yeah,
And they
I
set
was
up all this stuff in Apocalypse as well about him and with Eric.
confronting- Yeah.
And then they do nothing. They
jack
literally
crap.
did
That-
nothing.
That ticked me off. You know,
I
honestly,
don't get it.
I rated this movie a 5 out of 10. I'm about to rate it a 4 out of 10. The more I think about it, the worse it gets. Just for like, it's one of those movies. The more you think about it, the worse it's gonna get. It's like a Captain Marvel, you know, like that's how I feel.
Yeah.
And it needed a Quicksilver because it was way too dark.
Yeah, there was no really comic relief.
Yeah,
I
it wasn't.
mean,
It was just
yeah, there actually wasn't
boring
anything.
and dark and messy and. And this is how they end the X-Men. You
Who
know?
cares? At this
Like-
point, like I don't care. I went into this. I hadn't even watched a trailer because I wasn't even excited. Like I didn't see a single trailer. I heard about them. Like I knew that Mystique died, but I couldn't care less at this point.
Yeah.
I don't really care about these characters. The one that I actually like Quicksilver, wasn't even used.
Yeah.
So that was just a slap in the face to me.
He had like 2 lines. Like, come on.
And he just fell on his face because he missed
Yeah.
one block, and all of a sudden he went tumbling. How
Yeah.
how did that even happen? Did she even push him? Maybe I was face palming because he missed.
Dude.
That's
and
such a Flash thing, eh?
They
From the
waste
DCU.
so much time with the freaking alien villain. Like,
And
oh gosh.
who are they? Who cares? Did they even ever say the name of like what? I don't know anything
No,
about X-Men. And all.
I don't know. I don't care.
I do want to talk about the reshoots because supposedly it was too much like, and they revealed it this week. It was too close to Captain America: Civil War, and it was too close to. They had to change the ending because it was too close to that and too close to Captain Marvel.
How like Civil War?
I guess because they had to choose sides to defend Jean and not defend Jean, maybe.
Interesting. Huh.
I mean, I don't know. I don't really.
But at the end of the day, like, you know, when with this one, I don't even have much else to say. I thought I was gonna wrap it up. I care so little about the movie. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It doesn't matter.
It's done.
It's done. It's gonna be rebooted and actually written well, probably.
Yeah.
Even if I'm sure they'll put them in the same universe. I'm excited to see how they're gonna go about doing that.
We got too many of these freaking X-Men movies because, like I said, Logan ended perfectly for Logan's story. Days of Future Past ended perfectly for all these characters' stories.
Even for them, I would say, even the new cast, I was happy
that's what I'm
kind of
saying,
with
yeah.
like how they ended things.
I don't remember what Apocalypse did at all. I don't remember anything about that freaking crappy movie. And besides, yes, the Quicksilver part, which was the best part.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it. I don't have much else to say there. I mean, that's the good thing. We have too many of these, so like I could watch the good ones and still remember the good times. Because, you know, back in the day, I grew up kind of with those, the first trilogy. The, you know, X1 and 2 are classics, in my opinion. I know you don't really like them, but like...
There was one part that I liked a lot in this. Actually, the only part that I was like, "Oh, this is actually really cool," and I'm sad like that we won't be seeing this anytime soon.
What?
Because regardless of whatever happens with the MCU and X-Men, we won't be seeing them for, I want to say maybe 3 to 5 years.
I think 2025.
Like it's not going to be for a long time because I
They
think
might
this is too
introduce a
fresh.
character from it, but that's about it.
Maybe, yeah. And it might not even be. It just might be someone that they own, like Silver Surfer or something like that, like Tease Galactus and stuff. But I really liked Magneto's fight in the train. Like, although he could have wrapped it up in 1 second and literally just crumpled up everyone like he did at the end. Like, from the start, he could have just been like, okay, you're all standing on that train to space. Even with, I don't even know the villain's name, the main villain, the girl, the blonde girl. He could have just thrown the train into space. Wouldn't have killed her, but still would have just thrown her. Like, it didn't make sense.
There was some interesting parts.
But I liked his fight. Like when he was the hand-to-hand stuff with against all the guards. I thought that was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And I would have liked to see. Supposedly there was a Magneto origin movie that was going to be happening before First Class. Mm-hmm. But because Wolverine failed, they canceled it. So I personally would have liked to see one with that.
Well, I always liked, and I liked him in this movie. You know, I liked what he had to do, and he's good. But yeah. And
they ended it in a cafe, just like Batman, the Dark Knight.
Well, wasn't it a reference to Wasn't it a reference to X-Men 3? Right?
Well, they weren't in Paris, but.
Am I wrong?
I don't believe they were in Paris.
Well, it was wherever. I don't know where it was at, but I thought they ended with the chess game. Like that's what it was.
Yeah. That's how. That's how. Is that how we first saw them? I think that's how we first saw them.
Oh, was it? I don't remember. It's been so long. Again.
But that's been their thing. They've played chess and all.
Yeah, I know.
So I think
like,
that was a nice little. I like that. It was fine. I didn't like that they named the house after Jean Grey. I thought that was stupid.
That
also,
was
she's
yeah.
so
I mean,
alive,
they should have named it after Raven. You know, like that would have made a little bit more sense.
Oh my goodness, that doesn't.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
let's name it after the terrorist to the rest of the world. Hey, you know
this is
Jean
why
Grey?
I'm saying this is why I didn't mind that Hank wanted to like get rid of her because like she was kind of dumb. You know.
You just fixed that for me, by the way.
Exactly.
Like it should have been that. But I didn't like that offhand. You should call it the X-woman thing.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that line. Yes.
What I didn't understand was
like that's just like. Really...
How has the women been saving everyone for the past few movies? I've forgotten. How? When did that happen? Like, I only know that Jean went all... That's the other thing. She went all Phoenix fiery thing in Apocalypse. So I don't understand...
Didn't Nightcrawler save whatever Jean?
Yeah, and then Nightcrawler saved Jean.
In this one?
In this one.
Space?
In literally the same movie.
Yeah. That was just like a shoehorned in line, I think. They wanted to get some credit.
That was dumb. Yeah. Like, that was just so unnecessary. I don't know why that was there.
Yeah.
But I feel like this whole movie was unnecessarily. I don't know why it was
They didn't even have a post-credit scene.
No, you know why, Justin? Because it was a beautiful wrap-up of 20 years. And
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like,
they didn't want to
I was hoping they would have, like, sign-offs at the end. Like, I was like, it would have been so funny if they had, like, the actors signing off. Like, I would be like, no. Oh, God, no.
But I think it's funny that they think that they've accomplished something really amazing.
Well, I
don't think that they have.
There's a good legacy, but like with this movie,
is there a good legacy, or have they crapped on it over the past few years?
Well, Logan, I think is one of the best. You know,
oh, for sure. I think
that came out 2 years ago. So
X-Men,
that came out after
in
Apocalypse.
all of them, I would say. Yep.
Deadpool 2 was fine. It was fine, and then Days of Future Past.
I think Days is my favorite X-Men team. Yeah, I think Logan by far.
Logan is probably
has the most heart, has the most story.
With Infinity War, those two are tied. But like Logan is one of the movies that. Then there's Black Panther, which I like Black Panther, but Logan should be nominated for Best Picture. I keep saying that. And he got nominated for Best Adapted, which was great. But yeah, Black Panther is the first superhero movie to be nominated for Best Picture. Yay! So again, that's overrated, but that's just my opinion.
Do you want to make fun of this movie some more?
Go for it. I don't have anything else to say because I don't remember.
You do. You have one more thing to say. How much money? Let's talk about box office.
Oh, I think I know. Wasn't it like 34?
33. Secret Life of Pets,
Pets
beat this
beat it.
movie. And
my
Aladdin
God.
has 24. Aladdin, I feel like it's gonna be a sleeper. Like Aladdin's gonna
I
keep
think
growing
it's-
money. I'm
yeah.
really excited about that.
People are seeing it and they don't even know why. That's what I hear. Like people are like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, we just got to see Aladdin."
That's good. I mean, out of the three, out of the most like all of the films that I've seen recently, that's probably the one that I've liked the most.
I'm trying to think.
Besides
Oh.
Endgame, but like
I
I don't know.
Kind of
I really
bad,
enjoyed
though.
this. I
From
like
my
Aladdin
opinion,
more
on
than
mine.
Captain Marvel.
I agree. Yeah, no, I agree. But that's kind of bad on my end because, yeah, I have not seen it. Because I thought it was fine. Let me see. I gotta look back.
How to
If we're
Train
talking
Your
about
Dragon.
20...
Did you like it better than How to
Okay,
Train
yeah, I
Your
liked How to Train Your Dragon better. I like that better.
I
me
liked it
see.
better than the Lego Movie 2, probably. Not.
No, I can't agree with that.
Yeah,
can't agree with that.
probably.
I liked
I'd go with that.
better. I like John Wick 3 better. Okay, there you go.
There
I
you
like
go.
John Wick 3 better.
Did you like it better than Godzilla King of the Monsters of the
Yes.
movie for the next
Yeah.
year?
Yes.
Oh wait, I didn't see how much did Godzilla make? Only 15. And
Yeah, that one's
Rocketman made
flopping
14.
hard too. It's pulling a Lego Movie 2, unfortunately.
Its budget was 200 million. It made no
Yeah,
movie.
it's-
And no
yeah, no
money.
movie.
I'm so happy.
Okay, I don't want it to fail, but you know it is failing. But then again, I didn't like it that much, but you know.
Detective
It's-
Pikachu made 2 million.
Yeah, well that's it's been a while since that's been on. I don't mind that. Like
And Avengers
it's-
made 4 or
that
5,
Detective
5
Pikachu is
million.
the highest grossing video game movie, I think, right?
I'm not sure cuz you can't count Wreck-It Ralph in that, right?
Nah, I wouldn't. I say highest grossing video game adaptation.
I don't know. What would there be? Tomb Raider?
Yeah, I think Tomb Raider was the second highest.
Tomb Raider box office 274 million, and Pokemon has made, I don't know if that's worldwide or not.
Oh, maybe just be domestic.
Yeah, whoa, yeah. Detective Pikachu's made 409.
Mm-hmm.
And Tomb Raider only made 274. So that's really good.
Yeah, so
That's awesome.
there you go. Which again, I wasn't really a big fan of it, but a sequel could possibly be better. But I don't know. I mean, people aren't really complaining about it, so who knows if they'll fix the same problems they had with this movie.
Yeah. Well, we'll hear about the movie or the game on Tuesday, probably some more. So
I don't know. They usually don't announce Pokemon games at E3 because Pokemon has its own direct and everything.
well, didn't they announce it at the other direct?
Well, yeah, they announced it, but that wasn't an E3 direct, you know. That's why I don't think we'll hear it Tuesday. But we'll see, maybe.
Anything else about the culmination of the past 20 years, Justin, of our lives that we put into these movies?
Yeah, I don't have anything else to add there, you know. The first one came out in 99, right? Isn't that crazy?
I thought it was 2000.
It might be 2000. You might be right. But yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, that's I remember seeing that on TV the first time. I think the first thing I ever saw was the train, or not him on the train with Magneto and Wolverine, where he's gotten whatever. I vaguely remember that movie. But...
Wasn't the ending battle in the Statue of Liberty, or was it the Empire
Yeah,
State Building?
that's that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's. Oh, it's been so long, but yeah.
Anyways, that's it for that. But we got some questions, Justin.
Oh yay!
So if you want to have your questions answered and your name read out on the podcast, you have to ask a good question, not about a CMF draft.
That's what I was.
Yeah, just any question, we'll answer it. So we've got from Red Lantern Corp. If you think Lego would make any, if made any sets on Aladdin, what sets do you think there would have been?
That's a good question. Probably first off, it would be Disney Princess, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think he means if they had like a juniors maybe or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it would probably be like Agrabah Palace. Right?
Yeah, I'd like that. I always say that
But
I would buy.
ones, you know?
Yeah, I always said that I would buy every single Disney princess line if it was minifigures. Like every single set, I would get it.
Even me personally, if they have a new Disney princess, I gotta buy it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Which I say that, but I haven't gotten the Tiana set yet, which I want to get. But it's like
That's the
40,
biggest
50.
one, right?
It's like 40 or 50. I don't think it's not the biggest, but like.
Just save it for a Lego store promo thing.
Yeah.
I've got a couple
I
sets on a
guess.
list
I
for
don't
things to
want
do
anything
like
in it besides her. So
I want
don't
that
know.
Aladdin set I might actually
one.
get it. There's the mini doll one, and it has the magic carpet.
The
I might
magic.
just
That's
get
the
it for
best
that.
part of it.
That's
Yeah.
that's really cool.
But
Yeah,
yeah, we'll see.
I think that's really cool.
Do
But
you own any of the Disney princess sets?
yeah, I bought only one, and it was the Belle's Castle.
Oh, that's a good
Because
one
you
to
can
buy.
put Beast's head
Yeah.
on a.
I don't think I ever got that one.
It's a really good one, and I bought it because Lumiere and Cogsworth and everything were like minifigure scale, so you could put them in. I put them with my Disney Castle and everything. So
Yeah, I think that was the same year as the Disney CMF, so I was like, okay, they're probably going to make Beast in minifigure form. So, and I got Belle the next year with there was like a $10 junior set or something.
Yeah. And I think and Mrs. Potts and Chip were there as well. So it's just a really great like, I don't know. I don't like the mini doll, but it's fine, I guess.
Well, I'm sure we'll get a lot with Frozen too.
I hope that it's minifigure scale.
Oh, yeah, we ain't getting that. But there's probably gonna be like 50.
It could be. I'm holding on hope, Justin. It could be 4+. I'm hoping.
Hey, that'd be cool if they just released like one 4+ set. But
1 4+ would be awesome. I saw a poster of their outfits, and regardless of if it happens, like I'll be drawing them. Like it looks awesome. Like
Probably
their fall outfits look so cool. I'm so excited about that movie, and I didn't really even like the first one, but I'm really hyped about
forgot
this.
it's coming out, but yeah,
It's gonna be a big Christmas. I'm so excited.
Yeah, that and Star Wars. So we'll see.
Yeah.
And of
Disney's
course,
gonna kill it.
Toy Story 4 is coming out in 2 weeks.
I'm so excited.
It's coming.
Anyways, question: will you and Justin do a top 10 favorite movie list? Lego Cat Studios asked that question.
We could do that sometime. I
that'd be a good
really don't
filler.
have a solid list though, but yeah.
That would be a good if there's no news, but we have to see a movie, and we'll combine the two topics.
That's a good idea. I could probably give you a top 5.
Yeah.
How about top 5 right now?
I couldn't do top 5. I couldn't do top 5.
Can you do it now?
Okay, go first.
All right. In no particular order. Here's my favorite movies.
Okay, I can do that then.
Toy Story, Toy Story 2, Back to the Future, Lego Movie. Those 4 are locked down. And it's not really a movie, but it felt like a movie to me. Twin Peaks: The Return. That was amazing. It was a series, but it felt like one 10-hour long movie. It was amazing. So there's that, but that could be interchanged by so many movies. Like insert Baby Driver, La La Land, Endgame. Not Endgame, Infinity War. I keep saying Infinity War is Endgame now.
Now that you've seen it, you've done the opposite.
Yeah, exactly.
Because before it was always Infinity War when we're talking about Endgame.
It's like Endgame. So yeah, so there's just a lot that fifth spot can be. I haven't really narrowed it down. So yeah.
Yeah, I put Shrek 2 in there. Did you say Shrek 2?
I didn't say Shrek 2.
I'd say Shrek 2
probably my
is
top
up there.
10. Yeah, top 10 I would give it.
I don't have a particular favorite Star Wars movie because I really love them all.
Didn't you say Revenge of the Sith?
Revenge of the Sith is probably my favorite. I stand by
Yucky.
that. But again, you haven't seen Clone Wars, so I feel like once you've seen that, it probably I think it would change your perspective of a lot of things. I really do. I really do.
A TV show would change my perspective.
Oh, 100%. You will have
How
so
can it
much.
make a movie better? Because the problem with those movies is they're so boring and pointless, in my opinion. At least 1, 2. I don't remember much of 3 except the ending, which I like that last segment, last act. But there's a space battle in the beginning. I didn't like the whole thing when he's versing General Grievous on the thing, and I didn't like that segment. So yeah.
I like it all. I think that's probably my favorite one altogether. Followed by The Last Jedi. No, I'm just kidding. But what else? Lego Movie, of course, is on my list. Toy Story 2. I don't know if the first one is.
You like Toy Story 3?
I do like it.
The first one. Toy Story
probably
3 is my
more, just because I had been waiting for that for the longest time.
No, same here. But the more I think about Toy Story 3, the less I like about it. But I'm going to rewatch it very soon. I'm going to rewatch it tomorrow, probably.
Yeah, same here. Once my thing's done, the Marvel
What were you
series.
going to say, though?
I think that the second one has, I have so many memories about that, and it was because I was more cognizant around the time that the second one came out. So I actually was like, when I went to Disney, that was some of my first ever memories, was going to Disneyland and like coming out of It's a Small World into the shop, and there was like a Jessie doll and a Bullseye and a Woody that I got. So I think that from that I still love the second one more. But
well, yeah, actually, to kind of bring.
I mean, we'll talk about that next week.
I know. I was gonna say, like, it's just like growing up, like the second one I watched the most. Like, there was a trip to New York, and either on like the ferry or like the plane or even both, we just watched Toy Story 2 on repeat. And I think in general, Toy Story 2 is a better movie than Toy Story 1, which I love Toy Story 1.
Yeah, I know that, and because I had a VHS player that would just, all I had, like, it would, like, reverse it and then spit it out, and then I just hit it, like, push it back in.
Yeah.
And that and Shrek was something that I always had going. Like,
Shrek
when I'm building in my room, I always had those two just going. Like, I didn't care how many times that I saw it.
When I was younger, Shrek 1 was the one I watched more than Shrek 2. But as I grow older, Shrek 2 is the one I like more than Shrek 1. It's just, I think it's a better movie, Shrek 2, than Shrek 1. Shrek 1's like a 7 out of 10. Shrek 2, 9 out of 10. Great movie. Mm-hmm. But that's just me. So, yeah.
That's just a theory.
A game theory. I am looking forward to rewatching Toy Story 3 because it's been a while since I've seen it. So,
I think I watched it pretty recently, and I was like, man, this movie still holds up.
Really?
Like, as like the emotional.
Yeah, I feel like I'm too hard on it recently, so we'll see if it holds up.
Mm-hmm. We're getting close. I'm really excited, and I hope that I'm not disappointed.
Lives up to the hype. Yeah.
But yeah, here's a question: what's your least favorite current license theme? Is there any licenses that you would rather have been replaced with? My least favorite is probably Star Wars, just because of the wasted potential. No playsets, few minifigures, etc. Gandalf the Dark Bluish Gray says, I would disagree about the playsets because we've gotten some pretty great ones recently, with the Death Star trench thing. We also got that Starkiller base one, which was really cool.
Well, Star Wars is like, they put too much attention to it. I don't even think it's wasted potential. I think they put too much attention to that and not other licensed themes. But that's just a petty response.
But that's just because we're disappointed about other themes not getting the same attention.
That's what I'm
saying.
It
has nothing to do with
I don't have any hate towards
Star
Wars. Yeah, I don't have any hate towards Star Wars. So for me, like least favorites, like I mean, I don't really. There's not really a licensing that I don't like. I'm trying to think. What do we got? Like Minecraft. No offense, I started playing Minecraft recently. Hasn't really attracted me with any of the sets in a while. Disney Princess hasn't attracted
Really, you
me
didn't
with any
like
of
the
sets?
last wave of the Minecraft sets? Not about the big figure ones, because that's dumb. But the two, the
what's
pirate
funny?
ship?
I like the big figure ones. Those were actually some of the most fun original things. But like the pirate ship, I had no interest in.
Really, that's original though. Like I was just happy that they were doing something.
Ship?
Yeah, like we hadn't gotten. Like it's always the same crap.
Right,
it's always it's a cave. Oh look, it's a creeper cave now. It's a spot. Like I don't care.
No. You're right. I do. The pirate ship is fine. The pirate ship.
And you come with dolphins and
cool
turtles,
like,
and
we don't get much pirate Lego anymore. So yeah, you're right. But the end dragon was cool.
Yeah.
The big figs were cool. So yeah, the last wave was fine. It wasn't like amazing to me, but it was fine.
I think it was my favorite.
I think like last year's wave. I don't remember any sets from last year.
The chicken coop, was that year? The chicken coop and
Or was that 20? Oh yeah. And we had the two small ones. I like the
so
two
I
small
really
ones.
the three small ones. Chicken coop, Nether, and the other one, the farm with the villager.
Farm. Yeah.
Those three were really great. I like the other ones as well.
Except chicken coop. I did want the chicken coop. But I guess the bigger ones. I don't know what bigger ones did we have.
I actually like the farm one with the yellow roof. It had like bunnies and stuff and a horse. I quite like that set. It's actually pretty cool. But the cave I don't care for because I already have a lot.
That's the thing. Like you said, there's a lot of caves they do.
And we're getting another. So.
And a lot of lava. I don't know if that's like a thing, but like.
Well, those are probably set in the Nether.
The Nether sets. That's it. A lot of Nether sets. And so but again, I don't hate it at all. Like I like as you proved, I like a lot of things there. Batman. I'm tired of so many Batman things.
Hey, I am too. I am too.
I like the Batmobile this wave, funny enough, because that's like the least original thing there. But like, it's just a very solid Batmobile. But like nothing else this wave in that pleases me. I want that, and then I want the Riddler set, and I'm good. Oh, and I want both of the.
You mean the
sets.
Shazam set? Oh, you mean the
No,
tiny one?
no, I
Just
mean the
because
tiny one.
you just want the Riddler figure.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
and I like $10 sets. I don't know why. I think it's cute. But like I want the
I like the
Harley
Juniors
Quinn
one, yeah.
Arkham one
Yeah.
just because of Harley Quinn.
I think
and
that's a
Compact.
good set as well. Like you get
I
some
don't
pretty
like-
cool
I do not
sand
like that
green stuff
design.
as well. I don't know.
I'm
It's a good
sick of
junior
those
set, I would say.
juniors. I don't know. I'm sick of those juniors builds. They all have the same like those types. It's like a certain type with the gate, and then because I had
Yeah,
juniors
yeah.
since the start, so
Jurassic
I kind of
World
burned
and all
myself
that.
out early on.
Batcave had
Yeah.
the same stuff. Spider-Man had the same piece, I
That's what I'm
think.
saying. As somebody who was a juniors fan from the start, that was the problem because I liked juniors when it was crappy. Now it's getting more specialized and interesting. And I'm starting to not like it. But yeah, so that's just a good rundown. I mean, what else? Marvel that's one that's lost potential, for sure. Okay, is NASA's idea sets a theme because it sure seems like it. That's my least favorite. So there you go.
Get on them.
Yeah, Speed Champions is fine. This wave I didn't really like. I know you don't care about them, but I think
No.
they're fine. Those are licensed. Overwatch was great, so yeah. Don't have much else there.
I'd stick with my answer about if I could change one thing, it would be the Disney line, because I think that even more people would buy them if they're
Oh
a
yeah, for
figure.
sure.
And then
I would say
I
just
would get
have
rid of
both.
Speed Champions.
Just have
but,
both. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get rid
I
of
think
Speed
that
Champions.
Disney, they should not necessarily do a CMF every year, but they should have a D2C every year. I think that would be something special, to do. Like there's a lot of stuff that you can do from Disneyland. Like even if it's something small like Mickey's house, I don't care. I'd buy it. It's like
Well, they sort of do. They have like idea sets, like Steamboat
Yeah,
Willie, we
but,
got Wally.
I think it's just kind of happened, but yeah.
They
I
did
don't
do
know.
the Pirates of the Caribbean one on a random year, 2017.
Well, that was because of the movie. So instead of doing a whole wave, they just did the D2C. So I like that. I don't know. I think that's cool. I would get more of that.
No,
Imagine an Arendelle D2C
yeah, no, I agree.
day
I don't
one
know
purchase.
I don't know if adults would buy that because do adults? I don't think a lot of adults like Frozen. Is that fair to say? I think adults are more sick of Frozen, or they
Maybe
like it 'cause their
maybe
kids
they're
like
more
it.
tired of it because the kids
Yeah.
kept playing the songs. They're like, can we go back and watch it again? Yeah,
There
maybe
you
you're
go.
right, but
But like a pizza, I always wanted a Pizza Planet like
we're
card
reaching.
D2C or Pizza Planet D2C. That'd
Oh,
be
like a
amazing.
car. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, like a Ultimate Collector's car. Like that's an iconic car I would display. Not a lot of these other ones, but that one I would display.
That's true. There's not a lot of cars that I would be like, I would want to get this.
But you would.
Wow, that I wouldn't even get a Batmobile, like unless.
Yeah, but
yeah,
you would get a Pizza.
I would
Planet
get a
one,
Pizza
right?
Planet one.
And it
That's
wouldn't be
fine.
that expensive. It would have to be like the $100 to $150 ones that they release. So.
Imagine if it was like to scale so that Buzz could be like the same size in the window.
Heck yeah, that'd be dope.
Oh
They could
my
literally do that.
goodness.
I've been
Justin, Lego
preaching this for a
ideas,
while.
Lego ideas.
We can't. Trust me.
Why?
Because it's part of Toy Story.
No, it would be a Pixar thing. It would be a Pixar themed thing. It's not a part of the other things.
Maybe I don't know. I always thought about it. And I'm like, yeah, that it wouldn't pass. So, but yeah,
That'd be
no,
awesome.
it would be. I think somebody might have even submitted it. I might be wrong though. But
Really?
yeah.
But that's pretty cool. Anyways, that's it for the questions. 3 questions.
All right.
If you wanna answer questions, have your questions answered next
answered.
week, just write us in. We'll go through them and yeah. Anything else, Justin?
No, so hyped for Men in Black. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I've
don't
seen
even-
all the trailers and I've laughed none times.
Yeah, I like. Is anybody hyped for that? Legit. That's the comment question.
Chris
of the week. Is
Hemsworth.
anybody hyped for that? Well, yeah, money, but like, I don't like what. What's the point?
It's gonna make no money.
Oh, it's
think
gonna be
make no money.
Ghostbusters. It's gonna be Ghostbusters by the same company too.
It's his
Yeah.
fault as well because Chris Hemsworth was in that. He ruined that. No, he was actually the best part of that movie probably. But
Oh, Ghostbusters.
anyways,
Yeah, probably.
we'll probably talk about Ghostbusters next week because I feel like he's playing the same dumb character.
I feel like actually they might release a trailer this week for the next.
Oh, for the
Ghostbusters.
third one? Yeah, it'd be good
Yeah.
timing. Yeah. But anyways, everyone, I hope that you enjoyed this week's episode of the Ashncast. It was a lot of fun talking about the past 20 years of this franchise that is so beloved and everything. So, yeah, rest in peace, X-Men. We'll turn your little cross to make an X on your grave. So, yeah. See you
see
all next week.
I got it.